right now, 129.
KLM 24 Kilo contact Heathrow director 19725, right?
1975.
Good evening, London Heathrow, Captain 122 south.
KLM 1002, London Control, squawk event, maintain 6,000 feet.
Climb maintain 6,000 feet south.
Speedway 272, report heading to London 121.225, right?
Report heading to London 121.225, speedway to 272, bye-bye.
KLM 189, flight air 190, knots. KLM 1189, London Control, roger. Break, Egypt Air 124, descend flight level 100.
To flight level 100, Egypt Air 124.
Ryanair 129, turn right, heading 035.
35, right now, 129.
Papa Romeo Victor, descend flight level 80. Level 80, above my pictures. Ryanair 129, turn right, heading 065.
065, right now, 129.
Ryanair 129, report you're heading to London Control 121.225, right?
121, that's 125, bye-bye, right now, 129.
Papa Romeo Victor, report speed to Heathrow director 119725, okay?
19725, thanks, goodbye.
Egypt 124, speed to 250 knots, descend flight level 90.
Speed 250 knots, descend flight level 90, Egypt Air 124.
Speedbird 23, London Control, squawk event, maintain 6,000 feet. KLM 1189, descend flight level 140.
That's 140, 189.
KLM 1002, turn right, heading 065, climb now flight level 150.
Right, heading 065, climb maintain level 150.
Speedbird 73, turn right, heading 115.
Heading right, correction, heading 15
115.
correction, sorry.
Egypt Air 124, speed 20 knots, descend flight level 80.
Speed 230 knots, 10 flight level 80, Egypt Air 124.
Egypt Air 124, Report your speed to Heathrow direct. 119.725, bye-bye.
119.725, Egypt Air 124, thank you sir.
KLM 1189, descend level 1. Service.
Good evening sir, this is Egypt Air 124 with you inbound Lambon. At floor level 990.
Egypt Air 124, Heathrow director, hello, leave Lambourne, heading 265, landing runway 09 left.
Leaving Lambon heading 265 for Egypt Air 124, expecting 09 left.
Scandinavian 2817, turn left 90 degrees, speed 220 knots. Descent to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1014.
Roger, left heading 290 degrees, speed 220 knots, speed QNH 1014, Scandinavian 2817.
QNH 489, fly heading 360 degrees.
Radar heading 360 degrees, 049.
Papa Hotel, Romeo Mike Victor, flight level 70.
Descending flight level 70, Papa Mike Victor.
Air 124, confirm aircraft type is a 747-400. Egypt Air 124, confirm you're a 747-400. Thank you. Scandinavian 2817, report your call sign only to director 120.4.
Cruise line only, 120.4, Scandinavian 2817.
Austrian 455, turn right heading 180 degrees.
Right heading 0455.
Speed 489, speed 220 knots, turn left heading 300 degrees.
Left heading 300 degrees. Wait on
ALM 24 kilo, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1014, range 25 miles.
Descend 4,114, range 25 miles. KLM 189, flat level 10, speed 220 knots.
KLM 1189, Heathrow director, hello, leave Lambourne heading 265, report your bid level.
Leave KLM 189, 265, third level, flight of 18 on KLM 1189.
Thank you. KLM 24 kilo, report your call sign only to director 120.44.
Call sign only on 120.4 km.
Speed 489, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1014, range from touchdown is 23 miles.
Descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1014.
Austrian 455, turn right heading 295.
Right heading 295, Austrian 455.
489, report call sign only to director 1204, good night. Speed 489, report call sign only to director 120.4, good night.
Call sign 120.4, Smith Way, right.
Egypt Air 124, descend flight level 70.
To flight level 70, Egypt Air 124.
KLM 1189, information kilo, landing runway 09 left.
Info kilo landing 09 left, KLM 189.
Egypt Air 124, speed 200 knots please, 200.
Speed 200 knots, Egypt Air 124.
Papa Mike Victor, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1014, range and touchdown 25 miles.
Turning to 4,000 on the QH1014 for the Papa to Romeo Mike.
Egypt Air 124, stand right, heading 280 degrees.
Right heading 280 degrees, Egypt Air 124.
Austrian 455, turn left, heading 285.
Left turn 455.
KLM 1189, descend flight level 70.
1070, KLM 1189.
Papa Mike Victor, report your call sign Airway to Heathrow Director 120.45.
Call sign only on 120.4. Thanks, goodbye, Papa Mike Victor.
Egypt Air 124, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1014, turn left heading 265.
Descend to 4,000 feet, QNH 1014, left heading 265 for Egypt Air 124.
KLM 1189, descend level 70.
Oh yeah, Central Center, sorry, I'll pronounce descending.
Austrian 455, turn left heading 280 degrees, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1014. Your range from touchdown is 22 miles, 09 right.
Left turn 280 degrees, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1014, 255 miles, weather. Austrian 455.
Egypt Air 124, report your call sign only to Director 120.4.
Course only 120.4, Egypt Air 124.
Heathrow, good evening, KLM 107, speed 0.
Good evening, sir. Egypt Air 124 with you.
Egypt Air 124, 9 left 20 miles from Fishtown.
Egypt Air 124, please say again.
Papa Mike Victor, turn left heading 120 degrees, what is published on the localizer 09 left, eastbound ILS.
Left heading 120 degrees, cleared ILS 0 left.
Heading 120 degrees for the Papa Mike Victor when established, landing on the for the point line, speed 160 until 40 ME.
164, speed 489.
Egypt Air 124, you have 20 miles from Fishtown, runway 09 left, and why are you turning? What are you doing? Maintain present heading.
Sir, I'm sorry, but I thought you told me to turn left heading 120. I'm sorry.
Listen to the call sign, that was not for you. If you turn left now heading 180 degrees, Egypt Air 124, turn left heading 180 degrees.
Left 180 degrees for Egypt Air 124.
Egypt Air 124, speed 180 knots.
Speed 180 knots, Egypt Air 124.
489, contact tower 118 decimal 7.
489.
Papa Mike Victor, thank you so much. Heathrow Director, Austrian 455. Egypt. Austrian 455, hello, runway 09 right for you. You have 17 miles, reduce speed 180 knots. 09 right, reduce speed 180 knots, Austrian 455. Pushing Egypt Air 124, descend to altitude to 3,000 feet.
To 3,000 feet, Egypt Air 124.
Papa Mike Victor, speed 160 knots until 40 ME.
16024, Papa Mike Victor.
Egypt 124, turn left, heading 125, when established on the localizer 09 left, descend ILS.
Left heading 125 when established on the localizer, descend glide slow, Egypt Air 12.
Austrian 455, turn right, heading 360 degrees. Right heading 360, Austrian 455. Papa contact tower 118.7.
187, thanks, goodbye, Papa Mike.
Bye. Austrian 455, turn right, heading 05, descend to altitude 3,000 feet. When established on the localizer 09 right, descend ILS.
So again, heading for Austrian 455.
Heading 06.
065 Austrian 455.
Austrian 455, right, heading 065, descend to altitude 3,000 feet. When established on the localizer 09 right, descend ILS.
Apologies, and right heading 065 and 3,000 feet once established, descend with the glide, Austrian 455.
KLM 1189.
1189, hello, 9 left, 20 miles, turn left, heading 180 degrees.
That's the amount 0, category KLM 1189.
Austrian 455, you're climbing, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
Apologies, we're descending now, Austrian 455.
KLM 9, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
Speed KLM 1189.
And reduce speed 180 knots.
KLM 1189.
Egypt Air 124, speed 160 knots till 4 DME.
Speed 160 knots to 4 DME, Egypt Air 124.
Egypt Air 124, contact tower 118.7.
118.7 for Egypt Air 124, thank you sir, bye bye.
KLM 1189, turn left, heading 120 degrees, when established on the localizer 0.
Good evening sir, Egypt Air 12409 left.
Egypt Air 124, continue approach runway 09 left, you're number 2.
Number 2, continue approach, Egypt Air 124.
Spirit 489, it's right on Alpha 168.
Yeah, right off the shield from 800. Three.
Alpha Mike 61 09 left, to land 270, degrees 10 off.
System time, third land, Papa Mike Victor.
Spirit 489, thank you for the cooperation. Climb 121.7, bye-bye.
No problem, 117, down, bye.
Right, Victor, London Heathrow, get right, and, yes, get right and taxi right and Alpha to be sure.
Gauge right and Alpha for the moment.
1,000.
Egypt 124 on me, 09 left clear to land, so it's 050 degrees, 8 knots.
500.
Clear to land 09 left Egypt Air 124.
My click to contact ground 1.7.
400.
1.7, thank you, yeah, and good night.
300. 200.
KLM 189, 5 kilometers, 09.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
KLM 189.
KLM 189, sir, by that country approach, strictly landing.
Okay, so straight landing, KLM 189.
Egypt 124, okay, right and taxi right onto Alpha. Correction, disregard, Egypt 124 left onto Bravo for you, left onto Bravo.
Left onto Bravo for Egypt Air 124.
KLM 189, runway 09 left, clear to land, 6.050 degrees, 8 knots.
09 left, clear to land, KLM 189.
Egypt 124, contact ground, Washington, contact ground, 121.7, bye-bye.
121.7 for Egypt Air 124, thank you sir.
Heathrow, speaker 4, inbound 513.
Good evening sir, this is Egypt Air 124 on taxiway Bravo requesting taxi to gate.
Skyrise 155, so you with the wrong ground for Delta, contact Heathrow grounds 121.850.
12185, Skyrise 145, thank you.
Should call me, say again.
Egypt Air 124 on taxiway Bravo requesting taxi to gate.
Egypt Air 124, taxi Bravo, right Lima, stem 244.
On Bravo, right Lima, stand 244, Egypt Air 124.
KLM 189, vacated runway 09 left, Alpha 8.
KLM 1189, Heathrow ground, taxi left Alpha, hold November 3.
France Vault November 303, KLM 1189.
1189, sure.
Green Lake 1033, we are ready for push and start.
Station point for push, say again your call sign only.
1033.
Confirm station point KLM 1033, because I can only find a KLM 1032 on my radar.
Sorry, one call sign, 103, I'm sorry.
KLM 1033, no problem, stand by, I'll call you back.
Hello. Speedboat 40, request taxi to the gates.
Speedboat 440, Heathrow ground, good evening, taxi. Second right on Bravo, hold short echo.
Bravo, hold short echo to the 440.
KLM 1189.
Yeah, KLM 1189 now. Look at the way.
KLM 1189, Roger. It's just literally take a left and follow the taxiway all the way around until you get to runway 09 right.
Okay, left and then follow the taxiway all the way around till I get to 09 right, KLM 1189.
Heathrow ground, Austrian 455, vacated November 5, echo. Austrian 455, Heathrow ground, good evening, second right Bravo, Kilo, Stone 217. Second right Bravo, Kilo 217, Austrian 455. I'm sure I'm just going to make an amendment to that just in case you do get a bit close to that speed, but right on Alpha and then Kilo stand 217. Right on Alpha and then Kilo 217, Austrian 455.
I can only leave it.
KLM 1032, sorry for the delay, push and start approved to the south.